not a priority, so I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. That is a priority to do that. So that's one of the ways to make those discernments. Let go of stories that pressure equals force. So this to me is letting go of, okay, so like let's say the bills are due and you need money now. So now you allow yourself to be forceful with people. You know, I don't care what you need, I need my bills paid. That's what happens, right? So this can look like being pushy on a call where somebody's trying to get your services and saying, well, you should do it now. You should do it now. Make the full down payment. And it's out of your need that you're forcing. People will resist that. They will, and they should. Okay. But if it's just like, if it is the highest desire, if you feel that impulse, it's okay to speak to the impulse. It's okay to get excited, right? Because that's where the energy is. That's excitement comes from energy. So sometimes you get excited and that's okay. And sometimes you try to squash that down. I shouldn't be excited. Does that mean I'm greedy? No. It just means there's energy here and there's going to be such cool things happening, that there is a synergy happening, and there's more energy where synergy is. And when people are in that exchange, that's energizing. That's exciting. There's nothing shameful about that. Okay. Let go of control. Y'all, I'm with you on this one. It's hard. This one hard. It's hard. It's hard. I agree. So together we will learn to lean into trust life, right? And that's part of the practice that I do. That's why I need it so bad. I need it for myself first. And we are here to restore ourselves fully and be in self-expression first. That way we can fully show up and impact others. As long as we're in that process, we're in the right place at the right time, because there's always somebody that's going to need us at the level we are at today. You don't have to be perfect. Okay. So let go of control. Stop trying to make it happen. Let it happen. Allow it to happen. Believe it to happen. Enjoy the happening. Celebrate the happening. Right? You feel the difference? It's exciting instead of, all right. All right. 3 content ideas. You ready for your content ideas? We have, how are you an automatic hero? Huh? 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 So write some context about how you're automatic hero. So this again looks like to me, on accident, I do the thing I didn't even mean to do it, and yet I can feel when it enters in now because I recognize my own energy. One of my energies is to increase the possibility of self-expression with somebody else. Their voices get stronger, their ideas get stronger, they even transmit them to other people better. When I'm in the room, I know this. Why? Because I've done enough of this to know this by now. Okay, I know what my experience is. That is my proof. And then you can talk to my clients if you want their proof, right? So I know I'm a natural hero I'm a cheerleader for self-expression at every level. I don't care if you're terrible at a thing, because I know if you care about it, you're going to get better. And as soon as you get better, somebody's going to understand that they can do it too. And I believe you need to be that hero for the other people. That's the whole point of being here, right? What pressure brought you to where you are? This is content piece number 2. What pressure brought you? What's the force that created the you-ness, right? Was there tough times? And if you're not ready to talk about the tough times that brought you to where you are, talk about the externalized features of that. So maybe it's not the tough time itself. Maybe it's like when you've seen this act out in society, right? It doesn't always have to be your personal story, but people appreciate a personalized story. And then they know that you understand where they've been. So it can be really powerful to tell your own story, right? For me, that pressure was music. I wouldn't have tried to be a great singer if I wasn't so in love with music. I wouldn't have had to figure this out so badly if it wasn't such a deep desire within me to be in that moment of beautiful music happening and be part of that, right? That first desire is what birthed all of this. It's a beautiful desire, right? Entrepreneurship for me, whew, it's made me a better human being. It's made me be more self-aware, stop making so many excuses, start seeing things for what they really are. Loving myself anyways has brought me to greater love for myself, right? Apparent lack of finances. So I have had, like, a parent is a nice word, right? I have had experiences where literally zero available and still believing for what's next. I've had that experience that brought me to where I am. It brought me to the faith that I have in these cycles and this process, because I know it's true, because I've had the experience without the evidence of things that a lot of people have plenty of evidence that possibility is available. They just don't see it. But like, a lot of things in this now world require money. So if there's a zero in the bank account, manifestation gets a little bit trickier, right? And yet I've created many things with exactly that number in the bank account. Yeah, luckily I'm past that now. Not very, not there, right? But it took work. It took work. All right. So how do people see you as their hero is number 3. How do people see you as their hero? How are you inspiring them? Right. Now, it may not look like an inspiration. It may look like a can-do attitude because you've given them the steps. It may look like the knowledge to be their own authority because you've given them the information and the resources to find more, right? It can look like a lot of different things. So how do people see you as their hero? I mean, if you don't know yet, I'm promise somebody sees you as their hero. And even if you don't have clients yet, find them, look, scour, because don't let your mind trick you into just saying, no, there's nobody. Don't let there's somebody. Do a scan of the life, see what comes up. For me, it's people are inspired around me. Like, to this day, it boggles my mind. I was criticizing myself even about the event as it's happening because that's just my nature. I'm like, well, I could have done this better. I could have prepared better. I could have put this in place better, and all of the criticisms that are available for me in my own mind. And then somebody says, like, you're on fire. You're what you've done over the last 2 days has been on fire. I've watched them multiple times already within the same day. That's how on fire you are, right? Thank you, Pat, right? Like, I needed to hear that because sometimes I forget. It's easy to forget how you're somebody's hero. It really is. And it's hard to even say that in conjunction with something that's actually happened, because it's like, ooh, now I have to admit that I'm a hero. Notice I'm not using these cisgendered terms. I'm just using the word because it's available. Okay. Voice, I'm also seen as a hero, as a voice builder, where people never thought they could have a confident voice, never thought they could be confident within themselves, never thought they would have a feeling of being stable and confident because they haven't had that evidence in their life up until they met me. That is, again, still, it's like, it makes me very humble because as in that hero archetype, you don't recognize, there's no self-awareness there, right? That's why it feels so strange to even say that about yourself. So if you have a hard time bragging about yourself, your clients' experiences with you, all that kind of thing, like, it's totally natural. I also want to talk about the peculiarity. And now it could be not that peculiar, but I think it's an interesting fact for those who are pretty deep into human design and that kind of thing. The programming partner here in human design is 20, right? And that's in Gemini. So it is the opposition of Sagittarius. And that shadow superficiality, The gift is self-assurance, and then the city is presence. So that's pretty tight, because now we're saying like it's this juxtaposition that if you're being superficial, that you cannot get to the deep knowingness of self-assurance. You can't be fully present, right? If you're living in that shadow of force, right? One requires the other in order to be present. In order to be forceful, you can't be present, right? And then if you order to be present, you can't force it. The channel completion, I've kind of decided for you, because there's 3 options, but I decided on the one that connected to the throat center. So the throat center or throat chakra is also the 20, the channel of completion, shadow superficiality, gift of self-assurance, and city of presence. This channel, when they're put together, is charisma. It just blew up my world when I saw this, because I've been getting into this understanding of my work as presencing for people. Like, it's why it creates that magnetism for people, and that authenticity, not feeling they have to be somebody different to create that magnetism. That's the power of my work. And so when I saw this, and I was just like, what is